afternoon. It's afternoon where I'm at right now. Coming at you with a different perspective this time. I don't usually record from this angle or live, but because I'm using FieldScaper, you have to turn the phone to use certain aspects of FieldScaper. When you have it in landscape, it is a recorder. And then when you turn it to portrait, it becomes, that's where you use the oscillators. So I'm just going to have a little fun with FieldScaper today. Going to record some sounds, manipulate them with FieldScaper. I'm using my trusty Fender Jazz. I love this bass. Yeah, so let me put my headphones on, and I have to put my reading glasses on also, which I hope you guys won't see or be offended, because part of working with an iPhone to record is that you can't see a lot of the menus. The writing is very small, and this is true for any of the apps in the Scaper series, that the wording tends to be very small. The font is very small, so I have to use my glasses to be able to read them. So a little bit about this here. This is the monitor button right here. You have to turn the monitor on to be able to hear what you're playing. Now I have this going through my audio interface, and I'm using AUM as my host. You can use FieldScaper by itself, but what I've found a lot when I use apps independently without a host, it tends to record, and I think this is just with my audio interface, that it records just the mono left signal for some reason, and I think that's because it's I use a PreSonus i2, and there's two channels to choose from, and it just, I think, defaults to the live left channel. So that's not any fault of any app out there, but it does create a challenge. So in this case, I'm going to start. I got record start here, this menu. I want it to record on a signal, and I have my signal set here. The input start record threshold is just a little above. You can set it to any level that you want, really. Oops. Turn that back so you can see it. Not that it matters, because I'm recording the screen also. But I use it right around like 56 decibels. It doesn't really matter. And then my record stop threshold I have set to 0. You can have that as loud as you want if you're using a noisy signal. But my signal's pretty clean, so I have it set to stop recording at 0. So in order to record, the beauty of FieldScaper, let me just kind of go into that, is that you can take a standard signal. Now this has like a lot of different ways that you can use it. It has a loop section that you can play live. I've messed around with it a little bit. I haven't really had extremely good results with it, and it's more than likely just my lack of knowledge using the app. I've had better use recording my signal and then manipulating it later rather than trying to do it live. But yeah, you can use it as a loop generator. You can record live sounds. You can just be out with your phone and record the environment and manipulate the sounds that way, or you can record a direct signal in, which is what I'm going to be doing. And it's really fun. Really come up with some interesting results. You can record your voice, and any instrument you want, you can record MIDI instruments into it, and it's very versatile. The interface is a bit confusing, but once you get used to it and start to play around with it, you really figure out like what the menus are and how they affect things and what they do. So, and then it's really kind of a basic thing once you figure it out. So I've got my monitor on, record signal set, stop, not timer, I'm going to stop recording silence, and then I've already set the controls. So here, the reason why I've got the record set for like 56 decibels, you can see the record button's flashing right now. If I happen to slide across the fingerboard and make a little squeak or something, it'll start recording then, which I don't want to do. So I want to record an actual signal. So I'm going to try to record just something a little basic, nothing too fancy, and just kind of show you what you can do to manipulate. So here's a little thing. And there you go. It's just recorded the signal. So you can play it back. Make sure you like it. It's very clean. Good signal. And it stops right there. So you can have it loop. I think it automatically loops, which is fine. I don't really care. So that's good. That's the first oscillator. So you have 3 oscillators that you can record in. And that's what I'm recording in the first oscillator right now. So if I want to record something else to go along with it, you just hit oscillator 2. Your settings as far as recording live will still be there. You got your audio, the monitor on. You can have it in portrait mode to record, but obviously if I let it go, my phone's going to fall. So that's why I'm holding it right now. And it's easier to record in landscape. So if you kind of have a direction of like where you want to go recording wise, that you can just go ahead and record this way. But so I'm going to record in oscillator 2. And what I record doesn't have to make sense with what I previously recorded in the first oscillator. I can record something completely off the wall, different. It doesn't matter. That's what makes this app so fun and so unique, is that you really just can put anything into it and turn it into some crazy magic. And that's what I'm going to do here. I've got the monitor on. Everything's set up and ready to go. So I think I'll just do maybe a descending little thing to go with the low line that I did here. So. And there we go. That's an oscillator 2 now, so let's play it. And there you go. So now I've got 2 things recorded. So now if I flip my phone upright like this, you can see there's oscillator 2 and oscillator 1. Now you can preview the dry signal. No processing going on at all. Or you can also, let's see here, play this. Now, the thing I've noticed about this is that it will have reverb on. So you can go into your oscillator settings and you can turn reverb off. I actually like the reverb. I don't mind it, so it doesn't bother me. Just exit out there. So each one of these oscillators will have some reverb on, just to kind of make it interesting. So that's oscillator 1. Oscillator 2. I hit start. So you can start them independently, or you can also start them all together. So here I'm going to hit all, and it will start the all 3 oscillators together. But if you only have 2 things recorded, it'll start 2. So here we go. Here's all. So there you go. So we're going to record into oscillator 3 now. So I hit oscillator 3, it's blank, ready to go. All right, so let me arm the track. And I think I'm going to do something nice and high and just go crazy with it here. So here we go. So there we go. There's some crazy stuff. Now we have a little bit of lag in the front, and this is actually pretty easy to take care of. You can hit the in, and if you drag, there's like a little orange slider here, and you can set that at whatever point. And there's another slider here, which is kind of obstructed because I'm using AUM as a host. It's got the little transport bar on the side here, but you can slide that wherever you want. So if you hit the little hamburger menu here, oops, wrong one. Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna have to hit trim. I think it's in this menu here. So, oh yeah, look at that. I'm hitting my camera. How am I going to do this? Okay, so I hit the hamburger menu here, which brings up a little sub menu. And if I hit trim, it's going to trim that little dead area away. It says use marked. Okay, so, and let's see. There we go. There we go. So there's the So I'm going to drag this to there and drag this. It's kind of tricky doing it on this angle. And then now I can hit trim. I hit the hamburger menu. Here we go. Hit trim. And there we go. It's trimmed. So again, if I want to hear all of these together, hit all. So that's a crazy mess, isn't it? So just in general, I've created a crazy mess. So now that I've got this recorded, let me take my bass off so it doesn't hit the camera anymore. Okay, so this is where we start to have some fun. Now, I can take, and this is going to be a little awkward because I'm operating this left-handed. So, oscillator 1 is this sound. So, I can play just that sound. Now, in this menu right here, you have a series of effects. I mean, there's like a ton of them. And it's hard to pick which one. You just got to experiment and see which ones you like. This broken mirror effect is really cool. So now, if I play from this upper menu here, right where the sound wave is, it's going to be dry. Now, if I play down here, where the oscillator menu is, what just happened to that? So you can scroll through. This is chaotic ambient. It completely transforms what you've done into just complete insanity. I mean, you can do anything with this thing. It's just crazy. You can have it just you can have it straight with just reverb. You can go into the oscillator menu here. You can add lo-fi. You can create your own effects here. I mean, just so not only do you have the presets, but you can also manipulate the sound in these menus here. Reverse. So to me, I don't always have a lot of time to mess around with personalizing my own effects, so I like to go through what the developers have set up for me. So grooving cyclone, this is one of my favorites. It mixes it up with reverse, forward. Okay, so I've got that one. Now, here we have standard second oscillator. Nothing's been done to it. It's an empty preset. Butterfly effect is pretty cool. So I've got that one going with the butterfly effect, and I've got oscillator 2 going with grooving cyclone. Now I'm not going to do them all three together yet. That'll be a little bit here just to kind of show you the kind of chaos that you can create with this app here. So now oscillator 3, dry signal. It's got a little reverb. I'm not offended by the reverb. I like that, but you can turn it off if you want. Now let's find something crazy here. It's fuzzy noise slicer. I already used grooving cyclone. There we go. I need more digital. Saw the lights in the sky. I want to believe. Internal lawnmower. I mean, some of these sounds are just insane. Okay, so now I've got oscillator 1, got oscillator 2, and oscillator 3. So where the fun begins is where you hit all of them together here. So let's listen to the noise that we make. Now, in this app also, there's a sequencer, so you can make something more rhythmic if you want. I mean, you can make complete insanity like this. So that's it. That's FieldScaper. It is a incredibly fun app to use to just manipulate whatever you want. You can record live your voice and do the same sort of effects. I chose to use my bass because that's what I do. That's my bass. And just have fun with it. I appreciate you guys watching. And remember, be kind, like, and subscribe.